An investigation is underway into how a newborn baby girl in Greene County died. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tells Congress to move forward with impeachment proceedings against President Donald Trump. Plus, a local professor weighs in on why companies aren't violating free speech by banning apps like Parler.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Law enforcement is investigating the death of a newborn baby girl in the village of Albany tonight. She was first reported missing yesterday, and this morning police tell us she was found dead. Gabriella Becerra reports.
There are many unanswered questions about this investigation, but what we do know comes from press releases from the Greene County Sheriff's Office and the Department of Justice. The Greene County Sheriff and the Albany Police Chief say the baby was born at a home in Albany on January 5th and then taken by the father. The father initially told police that he gave the baby to an acquaintance. The baby was reported missing 4 days later on Saturday. An Amber Alert was never issued because it didn't meet the criteria. The Department of Justice says the baby was found at an undisclosed location according to a press release sent out Sunday morning. A community member says he saw police everywhere searching for the baby on Saturday. This is still an active investigation, and the Greene County Sheriff's Office asked that anyone with information about this incident reach out by calling 608-328-9400. The Greene County Sheriff's Office tells me that the sheriff will speak to media about this incident tomorrow. In Albany, Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
The Albany Police Department is leading this investigation with help from county and state organizations. Madison police are investigating a shooting along East Washington Avenue. It happened just after 6:20 tonight. An adult male was shot. He was transported to a local hospital and is in stable condition. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information should contact Madison police. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalty. A few of us in the Madison area got a little dusting of snow tonight.
Yeah, just a few flakes, but for the most part, it's just been cloudy and cold. Let's take a look, first of all, at the time lapse from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. You can see, starting out this morning, there were little bursts of fog in there. Otherwise, skies are just mostly cloudy all day today. And as we get to the end of the time lapse, not seeing much in the way of any fog, not even seeing it on the live view here with the Capitol in the background. Visibility, though, down to a half-mile in Mineral Point. Most areas, though, seeing visibilities in the 3 to 7 mile range. Farther to the north and east, very little fog occurring, and we'll just see some patchy fog overnight. High temperatures today, lower to middle 20s, a few upper 20s in far southern Wisconsin. Right now, temperatures are in the upper teens to the lower 20s, and will only fall a few more degrees, probably to about 16 in Madison by about 6 a.m. Tomorrow's high temperature of 30 will actually be tomorrow evening, but notice we'll stay mostly cloudy again through the day tomorrow. See a little sunshine on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then look for some snow chances on Thursday. I'll have more in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Gary. There are plans to present an impeachment resolution this week against President Trump. Lawmakers want President Trump held accountable for the attack on the U.S. Capitol. And it's not just Democrats. A number of Republicans have said they want the president to leave office. Tonight, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told Congress they will move forward with impeachment, but it may not be sent to the Senate right away. That could give President-elect Biden time to get an economic relief package passed and Biden's top nominees confirmed.
Impeachment of the president to remove him from office clearly is not going to happen between now and the last day he's in office. This is more of a long-term punishment of the president.
There's also been talk of censuring President Trump in a move that may be able to draw more bipartisan support than impeachment could. Those close to Vice President Mike Pence say he has not ruled out using the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump. Sources close to his team say he's keeping it as an option in case Trump becomes more unstable. President Trump has reportedly not spoken to Pence since the attack on the Capitol Wednesday. While tensions at the White House continue, Pence appears to be moving forward with the transfer of power. He will be attending President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration. A Capitol police officer killed in the riots was honored with a procession outside the Capitol today. Officer Brian Sicknick lost his life in the attack. A hearse carried his remains to a funeral home, escorted by police officers. The White House also lowered its flag to half-staff today to honor Sicknick, a second Capitol police officer who responded. Howard Liebengood has also now died by suicide. New security measures are now in place to protect the U.S. Capitol and other important government buildings. A new non-scalable fence has been put up outside the U.S. Capitol as well as the Supreme Court to prevent any further breaches. Fallout from Wednesday's attack on the Capitol is continuing today, with both Apple and Google Play removing the right-wing discussion app Parler from their servers. Adam Duxter spoke with social media expert Professor Dietram Schäufele about the significance of this decision.
Parler's removal from seemingly every social platform has caught the eye of those who study and teach about the social media landscape.
To some degree, it was surprising, simply given how momentous and unprecedented decision it was.
But UW-Madison professor Dietram Schäufele says despite what people are saying, what happened to Parler is not a First Amendment violation.
I don't think this is about freedom of speech at all. This is about the marketplace of ideas and corporations choosing if they want to promote certain ideas or not.
He says because Apple, Google, Amazon, and even social networking platforms like Twitter and Facebook are corporations, they can make decisions like this one. But then where does the line between what's acceptable and what's not get drawn?
The question is, what would happen if Twitter at some point did the same thing on the left, or did the same thing to a non-for-profit that's pushing for, let's say, an issue like abortion that parts of the country passionately disagrees with? Where are we drawing that line? And we don't have a good answer at the moment, and I think this is really something that we need to do some soul searching on in the months to come.
Schäufele says there's just a few key players who control much of what you or I can access online. And while the decision to take down Parler is directly linked to concerns about further threats against our nation, this decision could cause the lack of government regulation for these media giants to one day change.
I think one proposal will be to break those large corporations into smaller units. And for some of those units, I think this will be the second part, we'll see a push maybe under the FCC, maybe under the FEC for the political side of things to regulate some of the things that they do much more tightly around them as media companies.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
More local news now. Sun Prairie police are investigating after a man accidentally shot himself. It happened in the parking lot of the Nitty Gritty. The man was taken to a hospital and is expected to be okay. Anyone with information should contact the Sun Prairie Police Department. Over in Kenosha, police say several people were arrested after a standoff. Officers responded to a call shortly after midnight where they saw a group of people outside a home. They say one person fired a handgun into the air. The people ran inside when confronted by an officer. Several people were eventually arrested and several weapons seized. In Chicago, 7 people have been injured and 4 others killed in a shooting rampage that spanned multiple locations. The shooting started just before 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon when the suspect entered a parking garage and shot and killed a 30-year-old man sitting in his car. He then killed a woman at a nearby apartment building and shot another woman. A University of Chicago student is also among the dead. He also took a woman hostage at an IHOP in Evanston. Several of the other victims are still in critical condition.
So when you hear this whole story, it seems that you have a crystal ball of what he's doing next. And we all know we don't have a crystal ball where he goes next, nor did we have this on any of our pod cameras. We are responding to the scene as these crimes are happening, getting information, and again, he's going to the next while we trying to keep up with what's happened previously. By the time we put it all together, he's here in Evanston.
The suspect has been identified as Jason Nightingale. He was eventually killed in a shootout with police in the parking lot of a Dollar General. Still ahead tonight, a sewer backup destroys a Janesville resident's basement. We investigate who's liable for the damages in a special report. And later, residents at one Wisconsin nursing home found a unique way to celebrate getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still flew free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer,
which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night.
But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic.
And right now, get a free Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic.
Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
As vaccine distribution continues in Wisconsin, News 3 Now breaks down the timeline. Who will be vaccinated during each phase? And when could you and your family expect to reach the front of the line? Monday on News 3 Now at 10.
Sewage backups, a homeowner's nightmare, but it goes from bad to worse when it's not your fault, but you're left with thousands of dollars in damages anyway. For Janesville's Maggie Huffrey, every safety net that's supposed to be in place has left her with nothing.
This isn't my fault. I didn't cause the damage.
Maggie Huffrey has lived here on Frederick Street in Janesville since 1983.
I worked at Mercy Hospital for 25 years.
2020 was hard for a lot of people, but for her, harder than most.
I lost a daughter in February. She lived with me the last 6 years she was alive. I helped take care of her.
7 months later,
it came to the top of the second step here.
A disabled veteran. She isn't quite sure what day she learned about the flood of water and sewage that left her basement destroyed in September.
Behind the wall and at the base is all mold and sewage.
For her, it's painful just to walk downstairs.
That back corner over there is where a lot of the water damage is.
Maggie tells me that the water and sewage came right up about here to the second step. And if you follow me through here, you can still see there's mold, there's dried sewage still left here on the floor, but it's not just the basement impacted. It also took out her washer and her dryer. And one last big expense, the furnace. She's also been without heat since all of this went down in September. She stayed for 2 months until she couldn't.
It got too cold. I was just way too cold.
Trying to figure out how to handle a $15,000 mess.
Just don't have it. You know, there's just no way of getting it.
She physically and financially couldn't navigate.
I was trying to get something done and not just abandon the house, but, you know, I love my house. I've had it, you know, for years and raised my kids here. I don't want to lose it.
City documents show the backup started when roots from a neighbor's property grew into the city's main line under the street, causing sewage to back into Maggie's basement.
We had cleaned that main in February of 2019.
Okay.
Was the last time it was cleaned, so those roots grew between then and 9/16 of 20.
She reported it to the city September 16th, which is when the department removed the blockage and the water drained back out of her basement.
Probably the most common thing for us to get backups from are from roots.
It's the city's property, which their own documentation says they're responsible for. But Janesville said they'd reject her claim.
They've just taken no responsibility. They blame the neighbors for it.
That was confusing to her, since the city worker who checked the basement out told her this.
He said, send the bills, any bills to the city of Janesville.
The city says they legally aren't liable because they cleaned it as soon as they learned about it.
The city also, it's not at fault for that either. It's nothing that the city did here to cause the obstruction.
Legal counsel for the League of Wisconsin Municipalities told me that in Wisconsin, cities generally aren't liable for sewer backups. In 2009, a legal summary of Wisconsin liability law says a court did leave the possibility of liability open if a tree root caused a blockage. Janesville received grade A ratings from the DNR in 2018 and 2019 for their wastewater system maintenance. Ultimately, Janesville's assistant city attorney says they didn't know about it before, so they don't need to pay up.
The city just can't prevent every type of obstruction that could happen.
The other issue, insurance.
They gave me $1,000, which isn't going to cover hardly anything. Maybe the dumpster.
An old insurance policy only included $1,000 in water backup damage. Maggie tried appealing to the state insurance commissioner. They couldn't help her.
It is an unfortunate situation.
If you're a homeowner, pay attention to this and check your policy. Most home insurance policies don't cover sewage or sump pump damage. That's according to UW-Madison professor of risk and insurance, Tyler Leverty.
Unfortunately, water backup is not a part of the standard homeowners insurance coverage. It has to be purchased through an endorsement. Insurance does, that's its whole role, is to cover unforeseen, unknown things that are not the responsibility of a homeowner.
Those separate endorsements typically cover between $5,000 and $25,000 in damage. This is why Leverty says it's so valuable to use an insurance agent or broker when making policy decisions. But for Maggie, it's too late.
Nobody wants to take the responsibility or help. So I don't know if there's anybody out there that could help or not. I don't know who else to talk to.
Reporting for News 3 Investigates, I'm Naomi Coles.
Maggie has reached out to a range of elected officials and community resources for help with no results. Maggie's daughter, who you saw in that story, started a GoFundMe to try to help cover these expenses. You can find a link to that in our coverage online. Investigative reporter Naomi Coles can be reached at News 3 Investigates at WISCTV.com. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalty.
Well, skies are cloudy. The live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville shows a little bit of light fog. You can kind of make it out in the lights there. The WISC Skycam looking out toward the east, same thing. You see a little bit of haziness on the eastern horizon. That means we've got a little bit of light fog here. Not seeing much fog in downtown Madison from the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for cloudy skies to continue for tomorrow. Might get a little more sunshine mixed in with the clouds for Tuesday and Wednesday. It now looks like we could see some accumulating snow from late Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, maybe Friday morning as a weather system moves through, and that will lead to colder weather for this weekend and even colder weather as we head into next week. Visibilities right now generally in the 3 to 7 mile range through southern Wisconsin. Lesser fog in the Fox Valley and up in far northern Wisconsin. A few places like around Mineral Point, they were reporting half-mile visibility at the top of the hour, but that's the exception. Most areas not seeing too much in the way of thick fog. We'll see patchy fog overnight. Snow cover across much of the Midwest still remains. The thickest snow cover, the heaviest snow cover over northwestern Wisconsin, and then from Madison southward, and especially across parts of northern Illinois. This hasn't changed very much because we really haven't melted any snow, and we could add to it. Future track snowfall for that system from late Thursday afternoon through Thursday night and Friday. One of the computer models, the U.S. computer model, indicating probably less than an inch of snow here, which is some snow showers and flurries, maybe a couple of inches up to the north and some lake-enhanced snow off of Lake Superior, as that forecast model has the storm going a little north of us. The European computer model now has the storm going a little south of us, and look at the snow totals that it starts to show. Now, this is the very first computer model run that has shown the potential for a more significant snowfall during that time period, but should this pan out with a storm going just to our south, it is certainly plausible that we could pick up several inches of snow during that time period. So we'll keep an eye on that. But right now, it looks like the greater threat for heavier snow would stay to our north. So we'll see if that changes. Upper level winds right now from the north, but near the ground, the winds are very light. You can see the northern branch of the jet stream, the polar jet stream, pushing to the north, keeping the really cold air locked up in Canada. The southern branch of the jet stream, the subtropical jet stream, staying well to the south. As long as those two stay apart, the weather stays pretty quiet, at least across our part of the country. But But again, that will change as that stationary front up to the north will sit there for a couple of days and then move southward as a cold front, bringing in colder air and starting the process of developing that snow for Thursday. So for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, seasonably cold. The high temperature of 30 probably occurring in the evening. We'll see slowly rising temperatures through the afternoon. Maybe a little sunshine mixed in for Tuesday and Wednesday. High temperatures lower 30s Tuesday, mid 30s on Wednesday. Then that snow from Thursday afternoon through Thursday night. Maybe some accumulation there. Friday, windy and colder with snow tapering to flurries. Quiet day Saturday, some light snow or flurries on Sunday. Martin Luther King Day, a colder day with a high around 20 and some flurries. And then temperatures upper teens and lower 20s for the middle part of next week. So definitely turning colder at that point.
All right, thank you so much, Gary. Still ahead, a Packers super fan is getting a very special honor this playoff season.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2021 RAV4 or lease a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid for $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Extended through January 15th. Join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 15th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Well, U.S. Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At U.S. Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
It's that time of year again. How can we help? Could you haul this away for me? Oh, it's gone. There was stuff here. Amazing.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
Turning to our coronavirus headlines today, Wisconsin recorded another 1,800 cases today. The state has topped 507,000 all-time cases. No new deaths were reported today, but 52 more people were hospitalized between Saturday and Sunday. The total number of coronavirus cases reported worldwide is now more than 90 million. That's according to data from Johns Hopkins University. It shows the U.S. leads the world in both cases and deaths. The U.S. has seen about 22 million cases and more than 370,000 deaths since the pandemic began. India, Brazil, and Russia follow. The United States reported more than 2 million of those COVID-19 cases and 24,000 deaths just in the last 9 days. The biggest question facing U.S. officials is how to distribute the vaccine as quickly and as effectively as possible. The CDC says these states have administered fewer than 25% of their vaccine supplies. The agency says only 4 states have administered more than half of their allotted doses. The vaccine has provided new hope to many, so much so that one Wisconsin nursing home threw a COVID-19 vaccine disco party. Shirney Amhara was in Brookfield.
Call it a celebration.
It's like a party, huh? I'll have a vodka martini, by the way.
Not kind of party, but the guests of honor here at Brookfield's Congregational Home are Walgreens and the Moderna vaccine.
Our nursing home residents have endured 10 months of not being able to see their families, and this is just the first step towards changing that.
She's talking about residents like 86-year-old Navy veteran Robert Fisher, who came here 2 months ago for physical rehab and hasn't been able to hug his wife since.
She's in a vestibule, glass enclosed, and they give us cell phones. They both have masks on, and I can't see her. I mean, I can't get close to her, but at least I see her, you know.
His wife, though, is ready for more.
Then another thing she said, I can't wait till you get home so I can start hollering at you again. I says, boy, oh boy.
You're looking at the first of 3 COVID vaccine clinics for Congregational Home, where a total of 308 staff and residents are eligible for the shot.
We're nearing almost 100% with our residents, and we want to near 75% with our staff.
I was happy, and it didn't hurt.
Like Robert says, a little prick for a lot of protection.
It is like nothing, you know? You don't even feel it.
As of Friday, Wisconsin had administered about 123,000, and 400 vaccines out of the 420,000 allocated to the state. We'll be right back.
Today, you can turn your home into a university, and you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields, anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
Ring in the new year with a new room from Steinhoffels during our extended New Year's sale. Save 35% store-wide and get amazing deals like any size Sealy mattress, only $99. This queen bed, $6.99. Or this dining set, $7.99. This leather sofa, now only $9.99. And make your new room more affordable with Steinhoffels 60-month special financing. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick 'n Save. Fresh for everyone.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob, so you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer. Now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
I make saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
Stay updated on coronavirus vaccine information with News 3 Now.
NFL wildcard weekend continued today with more playoff games. The Chicago Bears headed to the Superdome to take on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints defeated the Bears 21-9. The results mean that the Packers will take on the Los Angeles Rams at Lambeau next weekend. That game will take place on Saturday at 3:30. Tampa Bay will take on New Orleans on Sunday at 5:30. Both of those games will be on Fox. A Stevens Point native and Packers superfan has a lifetime of memorabilia at his home. Pat Saplicki has one of the best man caves you will ever see. His basement is 7 years in the making with autographs on autographs. He's a finalist for the Packers Fan Hall of Fame. He was nominated by his daughter without even knowing.
If I don't get it, at least I was in the top 10. I can honestly say I can put those articles on a wall and say, hey, I made the top 10.
Saplicki would obviously like to win, but for his die-hard cheesehead, it's just an honor to be a finalist. Saplicki says the honor would mean a lot to his late father. Voting closes on January 31st. That's pretty exciting, man. That must be exciting if you're a big Packers fan.
Absolutely, especially with all those autographs. Yeah. Probably worth a ton of money. Well, tonight we've got some fog out there. Visibility 3/4 of a mile in Mineral Point, but most areas seeing visibilities between about 3 and 7 miles, so not too thick of fog, but temperatures right now upper teens to the lower 20s. They'll drop to about 16 by tomorrow morning.